How does an affidavit establish probable cause for arrest? Imagine you're watching a movie where a detective needs to convince a judge to let them arrest someone. How do they do that? Well, it all starts with an affidavit. An affidavit is a written, sworn statement from a law enforcement officer. It explains the facts and evidence that support the belief a crime has happened and that the person named is involved. This document is like a detailed report that shows why an arrest is justified. Probable cause is the standard that needs to be met for an arrest. It means there are enough facts and circumstances to make a reasonable person believe that a crime has been committed and that the suspect is responsible. It's more than just suspicion but doesn't require proof beyond a reasonable doubt. The affidavit must include specific, trustworthy information that supports this belief, like observations by the officer, witness statements, or tips that have been verified. When an officer writes an affidavit, they swear under oath that the information is true to the best of their knowledge. This oath adds legal weight and accountability. The affidavit will describe what the officer knows at the time, such as the suspect's actions, physical evidence found, or credible witness accounts. For example, it might say the suspect was seen at the scene, holding stolen items, or that a witness identified them. If the police want to arrest someone without a warrant, they usually submit this affidavit to a judge or magistrate quickly afterward. The judge reviews the affidavit to see if the facts presented are enough to justify an arrest. This process helps prevent arbitrary or unfair arrests by ensuring there is a factual basis for the detention. From a legal defense point of view, it's important to remember that the affidavit isn't proof of guilt. It's just a summary of what the officer believes based on the facts. Defendants can challenge the affidavit if they think the information isn't accurate or enough to meet the legal standard. If the affidavit relies on unverified tips or hearsay, the defense might argue that the arrest was not justified and could seek to suppress evidence or challenge the legality of the arrest. In short, an affidavit helps establish probable cause by laying out sworn facts that make it reasonable to believe a crime has been committed and that the suspect is involved. This document allows a judge to decide if there's enough evidence to justify an arrest, protecting individual rights while giving law enforcement the authority to act when justified.